Our prayers reveal what we care about. Jesus' prayer for oneness reflects his deepest concerns the night before he died. It illuminates the common good in surprising ways. The fact that Jesus prays to his Father is significant, for it points to the importance of faith. This is not just any old faith, however, for Jesus' prayer is directed towards a particular person. His faith is in God the Father. The Gospel of John insists that God loves all people and wants everyone to know him. See especially John 3:16. The words in this passage explain that this means being one with Jesus and the Father. So these verses, just like other Bible passages we've looked at, point to God as the eternal common good. Because Jesus prays that everyone will have faith in God and be one with him, working for the common good involves dialogue about the spiritual dimension of life. These conversations must be respectful of others' convictions, including religious convictions, of course. But they will not avoid what it means to be made in the image of God and how life in all its fullness, John 10:10, includes knowing God. You may like to think about how your conversations could be like this. The main theme of Jesus' prayer is oneness. The very fact that he asks for unity between the disciples indicates that there was disunity. Jesus repeats himself for emphasis. The concern of his prayer is that through his own relationship with the Father, people can be reconciled to God and to each other. Jesus prays that reconciliation between the disciples is achieved so effectively that they share a common identity. Christians of different traditions are often quick to notice their differences, but Jesus prays that those who share a faith be as one, because they have God's glory in common. This resonates with the concern expressed in other parts of the Bible, that people use their gifts for the good of all. See 1 Corinthians 12:7. Are there new ways in which we could work with others because of our common identity? Many churches are involved in bridging divides, often because they contain people from all walks of life, as we saw when looking at the early church in Acts. But the practical work of reconciliation is central to building the common good, yet it can be tough. Attempting to hold together parties that pull in different directions can require tact, insight and courage. It requires people of goodwill who are willing to work together across social, religious and political differences. Jesus himself suggests that oneness is something that will take time. It means being realistic, recognizing the difficulties of building bonds of peace, and persevering for the good of all. The reconciled oneness Jesus prays for is not an end in itself, but serves a wider mission. Jesus asks that the unity of a community whose members are reconciled to one another should witness to Jesus' own reconciling work. His vision is that as a result of the believers' oneness, the world will come to know God's love.